Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Body. Pray everybody is doing well. It's funny because Facebook is saying I still have like 40 something seconds. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let me see. Hello to the one person that I have in the room, to the two people that I have in the room. How is everybody? Hey, Silky Black, how are you, love? Y'all, I was trying to do a little Christmas, but them lights blinking behind me like that. I was gonna sing you, girl, probably off somewhere. You doing okay today? I think I like that one. Wait a minute. Oh no, I don't like that one. Oh my god. You did? Hold on. Oh, okay. From earlier. Okay, I hadn't checked my email. I will. Actually, I can look down to see if I have it. Got it. Yeah, like 10:29. I'll read it and reply when I get off if that works for you, love. That works for me. Y'all, I'm drinking a immunity aid. I've never had it before, not trying to give them any ratings or anything. It's supposed to be a dietary supplement. I don't know, it's horrible. It's not good. But because I paid for it, I'm gonna drink it. 40 calories per can. Other than that, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm just stalling a little bit, waiting for a few more, or to see if we're gonna get a few more people in the room. But you know, I'm all about the replay game. I'm okay with people going and catch it on the replay, so we can get things started. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. Glad you're doing well. Hey, Joy. Season's greetings to you as well, love. How's it feeling in Jamaica? One love. One love. What was that Sandals commercial? Let's stay together. Feel so nice. All right. So if I get one more person, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Either one more person or the next 30 seconds. It's cloudy there. Yeah, it rained here all day yesterday. It rained a little this morning too. And last night. My sweet, sweet baby has been up 12 wonderful hours, you know. So yeah. All right, let's get this party started right. let's get this part. Hey, Dr. Hunter, how are you doing? So good to see you, sir. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. I appreciate it. And Joy says, hello, everyone. Joy. Joy. All right, let's get this party started. So today's topic, for Soulful Sunday, you guys know typically Soulful Sunday, I started doing that as an upload. And hey, Miss Carpenter, how are you doing? So good to see you. Happy holidays. I typically just do it as an upload, and it'll usually be sometime in the day. And of course, Soulful Sunday, it's something that causes us to do some self reflection. My shirt actually says today, grow through what you go through. And so, we were told when we were younger, action speaks louder than words. Also, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Those were the methods. That's one of the methods that we were taught to counter bullying, or people talking about us, or people saying something negative about us. But as I got older and wiser, I realized the importance of words, and that as much as that was something to teach us how to be tough, words do hurt. And words do have a lot of power in how you speak, how you, the words that you let come out of your mouth, they have power. You like life and death type of power. But also, and when I say life or death, I don't just necessarily mean someone living or dying, but just a situation. Even in situations, you can speak life to a situation or death to a situation. You can speak, that's that whole positive versus negative, putting positive energy into the world, or positive thoughts into the world, versus negative. Joy said words hurt more than stones sometimes. Absolutely. And especially depending on who they come from, because the truth is with words, if it's not somebody that we genuinely care about, some of the things wouldn't bother us. Now, if it's at a level of disrespect, that's different. But truthfully, some stuff that's said, the reason why it hurts worse than stones is because it's said by people who are supposed to love us, people who are supposed to respect us and think highly of us, or we think highly of them. Thank you so much, Dr. Hunter, for affirmations. I appreciate it. And so what made me come to today's topic, action speaks louder than words, is because when we were growing up, it was the whole do as I say, not as I do in parenting, right? And in 9 times out of 10, the child's going to do what you do and not what you say. But today I want to look at it differently when I say actions speak louder than words. Today I want to look at it from an individual perspective, from who we present ourselves to be to the world, the way we go out into the world, the way we conduct business, the way we conduct conversations, the way we interact. Those type of engagements, shall I say, are what I want to talk about when I say action speaks louder than words. So I'll give you an example. I'm sorry. Joy says words cause prison and death, lying words. Okay, we'll come back to that. An example is, I can say to you, I'm extremely patient, right? But if every time I come online, you hear me fussing or um, yelling at the kids or irritated with someone that comes in the chat or um, just um, not showing the patience that I say that I have, then I can say I'm patient all day long. But if my actions don't show that I'm patient, then I'm not patient. Another example is I can say, oh, I'm extremely friendly. I love people. I'm friendly. I'm extremely friendly. But if I don't show myself friendly, then it doesn't matter that I say I'm friendly. I'm not friendly. And somebody may say, well, what's the difference? Because that could be a play on words. And I have to think this way because from a spiritual perspective, we're taught to speak those things that be not as though they were. So me saying I'm healed, and actions, speak louder than words. Me saying I'm healed, but let's just say I got diabetes and I'm going to get the supersized meal at Wendy's with 3 patties, fries, extra salt, and a large strawberry lemonade. Add a little more strawberries with an extra bit of sugar. My actions speak louder than words. I can scream, I'm healed all day long. I'm healed in Jesus' name. I'm healed in Jesus' name. But my actions say I'm not healed. That's the whole faith without works is dead type of thing. So faith all day long, but if I ain't doing the work, then it doesn't add up. Dr. Hunter says we have to truly be what we say exactly. Must have actions behind our words. Faith without works is dead. Absolutely. And so that's the perspective I want to take today on actions speak louder than words. One thing you should never have to do. One thing, like I should never have to do this. And I can tell you, I was put in a position before where my name was being carried through the mud, like some things. Hey, bench thinker, thank you for coming in. Happy Sunday to you as well. This was about I don't know, 6-7 years ago. And it was one of those things where I wanted to respond. Well, it didn't even require a response, but I felt like, well, wait, I need to speak. I need to say something. I have to defend myself. I have to say, tell the truth because that's not the truth. And they're just letting it play out this particular way without saying, okay, this didn't happen or this did happen or whatever. And I had to come to the realization that people that know me. And so they know my character. They know what I'm capable of. They know what I'm not capable of. And they know my heart. So I should never have to prove my character to them because my actions do it for me. So I should never have to verbalize to anybody that one thing I say is many hands make light work, and it does. And so that means I don't mind helping anybody. But if I say it all the time and you never see me helping anybody, and what I mean by helping is picking up a broom, picking up some trash, whatever, then it may become questionable about that, about do I really feel that way? And so when we talk about actions speaking louder than words, as content creators and subscribers, we all have a duty to make our platforms be the best that we want them to be, if that makes sense. Everybody isn't here for the same reason. Everybody isn't on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram for the same reason as myself, if that makes sense. And I can use my family as an example. I'm here to spread light, joy, positivity. This platform is a safe place for the uncomfortable but necessary conversations. Everyone is welcome here. I could talk to the grand wizard of the KKK, and as long as he or she can be respectful, we can have a conversation, and we can have it on this platform. This is not a place of judgment. This is a place of hopefully diversity. Hey, Modest, thank you for coming in. Diversity, a place of multicultural existence, a place where we can have, like I said, the hard, the uncomfortable, but necessary conversations, and this platform is a safe place for that. You don't ever have to worry about being attacked in the chat. You don't have to ever worry about me attacking you. Hey, Correct Code 6, thank you for coming in. You don't have to worry about me attacking you just because you disagree. I'm a firm believer in agreeing to disagree. If we get to a stalemate or an impasse where we can't, go any further, I'm good with that. And so that's my purpose, right? But then I have a daughter who has a YouTube channel with her and her husband, and their purpose is different than mine. Theirs is to show their journey as a new married couple, but not only that, to do pranks and have fun and share her music, and he's going to do some possible gaming. And then I have my younger son who has a channel, and his goal is strictly gaming. Nothing more, nothing less. He don't want to really talk to nobody unless it's about gaming, but it's strictly gaming. And so this is 3 different people, same family, but still different goals when it comes to YouTube, right? Or social media. And that's fine. So for me, if I tell you that this is what the platform is for, but I allow somebody, let's say, to come up and disrespect women, but I'm saying this is a safe place, and I don't address it, then the fact that I said it's a safe place doesn't mean anything if I didn't make it a safe place, keep it a safe environment. And so that's kind of just where I wanted to, I know it's 18 minutes and really it was really quick, but actions speak louder than words. And in this particular instance, in this particular video, I'm talking about knowing who we are and saying who we are, and that aligning with what we said. If our actions don't align with who we say we are, what we say we are, the type of person we claim to be, then it's not who we are. It doesn't matter how many times we say it. I know for me in college, one of the things that I would say, especially about a class that was like super hard, I would be like, this class is not going to defeat me. I will not be, even with swimming. I still don't know how to swim, but to this day, I still say learning to swim is not going to defeat me. It's not going to defeat me. That's something that I did even in my childhood to make myself accomplish whatever it was that I needed to accomplish, be it a hard task or what. And so I can say that all day long, but if I don't go take no swimming lessons, then swimming is defeating me. If I don't do the necessary studies that I have to do to make sure that I understand what's going on in that class and can pass the test, I can say all day long that it's not going to defeat me, but it's going to defeat me. It goes back to that faith without works is dead, or speaking things out into the atmosphere, but then not doing anything about it to accomplish it. Right now, I'm in a rut. I am struggling. Actions speaking louder than words. I know my portfolio needs to be completed. I know that I have a page right now. Hey, the portal. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Um, right now, with like things that I've already written out, and all I have to do, and y'all hear me saying all I have to do, and I ain't done it yet. All I have to do is take those sentences that I um well, not they're not sentences. I'm sorry, they're learning objectives that I created in one module, and take those very same learning objectives, and I just have to go in and rewrite the sentence using a set of words that were given to me. Hey, Chris Thorne, thank you for coming in. This is Chris Thorne from the Chris Thorne Show, Memphis native. Literally, that's all I have to do. Why has it taken me so long to do it? I don't know. So I can talk about, graduating 2021 all day long. But my actions right now don't show that I'm putting forth the effort to graduate in 2021. And so going back to yourself, I can say another thing. I'll use this. Like I tell y'all all the time, and y'all see it all the time. I'm a t-shirt, sweatshirt, sweatpants, Crocs, Birkenstock, maybe a pair of Nikes, but they won't be Jordans or Air Force Ones. They'll be like some Air Max or something that I can walk in type of girl. That's it. No more. Most time my earrings are gonna be a stud. I'm a basic person, and I'm okay with it. Like I'm not materialistic at all. Y'all ain't gonna ever hear me on here flogging like I'm rich or I got money or nothing. I don't even talk about those things because like those things are so tangible and they can't go with you when you leave here, when you depart this life. And so, oh wow, thank you, Chris. Oh, thank you so much. Most definitely. Keep up the good work, 901. Most definitely. I actually want to get with you at some point to see. I know, is it Mo Nicole? I think she's on my front page. She's from Memphis, and I am content. And there's a young lady named Cece, and I want to see about us all getting together. And doing some type of fun collab before the year is over. But we can talk about that more off of here. But thank you so much. And guys, if you are not connected with Chris Thorne, he does have the Chris Thorne Show and the Chris Thorne Show 2.0. He does a lot of cases dealing with children and injustices towards children. I will tell you that he does some of the hard stuff that I know I couldn't do in sleep, but somebody has to do it. And so I thank God that Chris is one of those people. And I'll make sure, Chris, that I get your link dropped as well. Thank you so much again for the super chat, because you didn't have to do that, and it means a lot. So I where else was I going with the action speak louder than words? So like, and this one I'm gonna do. I need you guys participation for this. One quick second. Hold on a second, y'all. Thank you. Thank you again, Chris, so much. Okay, most definitely, I'll let you know. Okay, this is linked to Chris Thorne's if you are not connected with him. I suggest you do, especially if you want to know and keep up with what's going on with kids. Okay, but right now it says I have one from well, two. Okay, 10 people in all. All 10 don't respond. You don't have to respond, but anybody that's comfortable enough to respond, will you please put in the chat one word that you think describes me? One word. And I'm gonna participate too. Hey, Lady J, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Most Def. Hey, Lady J, thank you. How are you doing? Okay, so Joy has put intelligent. Just in case you missed it, Lady J, I asked everybody to put in one word that they felt described me in the chat, and I'm also going to do the same thing. Silky, Silky Black. Okay. So, Lady J, are you speaking to Modest, or is that your one word for me? Oh, okay, gotcha. Nail court, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Lady J. Okay, and so that's my word. However, everything that you guys uh, put in describes me. Give me a second. I'm gonna start. Hey, Crystal, thank you. Thank you. So the question right now, because we're talking about action speaks louder than words, Crystal, is I'm asking you to put in one word that you think describes me. Just one word. So just stopping through if you're still here. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with the words that we've put up. And I don't disagree with any of them. Joy says intelligent. Thank you, Joy. I believe as long as I have breath in my body, I will continue to try to learn as much as I can. So thank you. I'm tickled at Silky Black for patient, but there was a time in my life that could not be a word that's applied to me. But thankful to that little 9-year-old that I have. She has changed my life, turned my world around, upside down, and I love every moment of it. Lady J said modest, but I don't know if she was speaking to modest or saying that I was also modest. Squirrels. That is hilarious because, yes, I chase them all day, several times a day. Honest. My grandfather taught me at a very young age that your word is your bond. And there'll be times that you may not be able to hold true to it, but it's the communication factor if you can't hold true to your word. And for me, most times, if I can't hold true to it, it's an agreeing to do something. But my grandfather was, and there's a scripture, but he's a firm believer of that your yes be yes, your no be no. And so I try my very best. Meek, I agree. I've never been cocky. I don't believe in being cocky. I don't have to be seen. I don't mind working behind the scenes. I don't have to have much. Like I'm low maintenance, and that may sound like, I hope my husband don't feel like I'm making it seem like he's settled, but I'm low maintenance. I don't require a lot of upkeep or whatever. And the word that I put for myself was love, and I do love. I love hard. I know that forcing myself to even love someone that has mistreated me is necessary for my journey. It may not be necessary for everybody else's journey, but it's necessary for my journey and for me to keep moving forward. Um, Lady just says 1 of 3 so far. Um, Lady J says polite. I was taught by my grandparents that a yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, thank you, please will take you further than any degree, any job title, any of that. And so it stuck with me. I've always done it myself, Crystal. Um, Lady J said persevering. I agree. Life is life. We accept it. We may not like it, but at some point we have to accept it because God is in control, and we figure out how to move forward. And Crystal said resilient. And again, that's something that was instilled in me by my grandparents. I'll figure a way. I don't always know how, but I'll figure a way. And cherished. I believe that. It's not a word that I would have put for myself, but I believe that. I believe that my husband and my children cherishes me. I believe that there are people that genuinely, my friends, my blind sisters, you guys, y'all showed it when I wasn't here. Like y'all kept my channel running like I was here every day. That just, yeah, in kind. Again, for me, it's second nature. I'll give what I got. Nurturing. I got that from my grandmother. I saw her do it. She did it. There's no limit to it. But you guys are able to say these things not because you know what happened in my life or because you know what occurred in my life, because my actions speak louder than my words. So though I come here, I talk, I bring the um consider it definitely. And I hadn't always been that way. That took a lot of growth, because I didn't even know when, during a time when I was inconsiderate, I didn't know that I was being inconsiderate. But once I learned and understood, then I was better. But I was younger, but it was something that I had to learn. That's gonna always be me. Nail court. I don't care if they're 80. If they're 80, and let's see, so that would mean I would have to be 98. Tiamber's still gonna be my baby, and I'm gonna do what I can. Um, and so all those things, I can honestly sit here and say that's true. You guys are speaking. It's beautiful to see. Like, thank y'all for even going along with me. So that's very beautiful, um, to see what others see in you. But it also lets me know that my words and my actions line up. I don't have to tell you who I am. You see who I am by the way I act and the things that I do. And that's the point that I was trying to prove today. For actions speak louder than words. So if everything that a person puts out is contrary to who they say they are, what do you mean by that? Well, sometimes people like to play victim. Some people like to throw rocks, hide their hands. Think about a kid when they're little. You're so sweet, Lady J. My kids don't like it when I get when I get ferocious. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's not towards them. It's sometimes towards others. And there have been times where my daughter has said, literally had to say, just recently, Mom, stand down. I got it. And that's where the patience had to come in. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna stand down. This is me standing down. But I have my phone right here. Call me if you need me. I'll be there in a flash. But we got it. When they're grown, we have to learn when to stand down. But the lesson that I want to bring it all around to is this. I don't have to ever come on to say who I am, what my character is like. Like I'm not gonna prove myself and who I am to anyone, ever. If someone chooses to think a particular thing about me, that's on them. I can't change how a person thinks about me or how a person feels about me. The only thing that I have control of is how I present myself and how I handle myself. I've shared with you guys multiple times. I think I said it several times yesterday. I'm not perfect. Nothing perfect about me. I always quote the great late Tupac. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. Like in the words of Steve Harvey, God ain't through with me yet. I'm human, just like everybody else. I have feelings, just like everybody else. But the piece that I want you guys to walk away with, absolutely, Dr. Hunter, and you one of the greatest I know. Dr. Hunter says people will always have their own opinion regardless. Exactly. And so it doesn't matter how our only job is to be us. I think it was India Ari. I want to make sure I say that right. But she said her greatest job in this world is to be herself. And that applies to all of us. Like our greatest job is to be ourselves, and to know ourselves and to love ourselves. Well, why is loving ourselves so important? Well, the Bible tells us, when asked, what is the greatest of the commandments, and Jesus said to love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and to love your neighbor as yourself. Well, if you don't love yourself, you can't love your neighbor. It's impossible. And in loving yourself, and this is something that I found out with me here recently. It was just this year, and it's something that I've been saying a lot, but I don't agree with it anymore. That we're quick to say hurt people, and perhaps I'm seeing it from a different perspective. But for me, things that I've experienced, things that I've endured, I don't want to put that on anybody else. So I wouldn't do it. But however, I guess this is where that comes in. That doesn't mean that you still won't hurt somebody in another way because you're lacking something, or because I'm lacking something that I don't even realize I'm lacking, that stems all the way from childhood. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we carry so much baggage around with us, and sometimes we don't even know what's in the bags. Hey, Nana's Crafty Corner, Donna. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. But Dr. Hunter said it best. People will always have their own opinion of you, regardless. So just like you guys made that list, which to me, it pretty much is, it's who I am. Like, no ifs, ands, buts about it. But there's somebody that could have a totally different list that is their opinion, but it doesn't align with my actions. And so if their opinion doesn't align with my actions, then it isn't truth. It's not me. It doesn't define me. They're defining someone else. Does that make sense? Thank you, Bench Thinker. I try to be. And I try to be, because it's enough folk not being themselves anyway. Like, why not try me? I mean, I'd rather try me and fail at it than to try somebody else and fail at it and never gave myself a chance or an opportunity. And I think the other reason why I'm so heavy on self-acceptance, self-love, knowing yourself, knowing thyself, is because as a child, I dealt with trying to find my identity. And it kind of went on up into my adulthood. And not having your identity and knowing who you are can cause you to be in some bad places and to make some bad decisions and to make some impulsive decisions that you can't later change. Dr. Hunter says some people have opinions of you based on what a lie somebody else told them. Exactly. And another thing with that, I'm a firm believer of getting to know people for myself. I'm not going to take, I'll use you, Dr. Hunter, because you're here, but say Dr. Hunter, and I'll use you, bench thinker. And I love and respect Dr. Hunter's opinion because, I mean, I know he's a pretty good guy. But say Dr. Hunter says, Aisha, I need you to be mindful and be careful. Bench thinker is not a really good person. You really shouldn't be around her. Da 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 da. I'll take that into consideration because I respect Dr. Hunter and I respect the type of man he is. But at the same time, I'm not gonna judge bench thinker based on the information that was provided to me. I'm gonna get to know her for myself, and then I'll make my own informed decision. Why? Glad you asked. Because I believe, and this is me, my unprofessional opinion, I believe that God has given all of us a unique, divine, individual purpose that is tied to another individual's life in their success. And they may be like, what? So I'll say it again. I believe that we all were created with a unique purpose that we can only fulfill, that is connected to another individual's life in their success, which means if I listen to what Dr. Hunter told me about bench thinker and stay away from bench thinker, but what if bench thinker is the assignment that God has for me and I miss my opportunity? Because this is unique and specific to me, because I took the word of someone that I love and respect and I know wouldn't lead me wrong, but it prevented me from getting to the assignment that God had, which didn't mean that it would be easy or that I wouldn't get hurt or betrayed. But it's obviously a lesson that we both have to learn and go through and grab from it. Am I making sense? Hopefully I'm making sense. Lady J says firmly agree. Joy says so true. Being 6 at 100. Yep, I'm in. I believe that too. Dr. Hunter, cut it out now. Don't get me started, because you know all I need you to do is get on that organ, and I might be able to get a little hoop in my voice. I don't know. Our personality may blend while the other person's didn't blend. Exactly. Absolutely. And for me, all my life, I've been, and I hope this doesn't come across as a bad thing. I've never, how can I say this? I've always been the one to go to the table with somebody that's sitting alone, or the one to root for the underdog, or the one to try to protect someone that's not bothering someone, or that's being bullied. Like that's been me my entire life. And so like always thinking about others and how it affects others more so than how it will have an effect on me. Um, and so that could very well be the case. And so that's why you have to be careful about saying, don't trust so and so and so and so because they, we, they just be careful, that's almost gossiping. If you're not going to come with the truth, like, hey, listen, this is what this person did to me, enter with caution at your own risk. That's it. But to do it the other way, that's not setting anybody up for success. It's actually setting us all up for failure. And so, again, when I say actions speak louder than words, you should never have to defend your character or who you are, be it good or bad. Just be who you are. Oh, thank you, Nisi. Thank you. You are who you are. Doesn't mean you're perfect. I am who I am. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. But my actions and my words often align. And if they don't align, then call me out on it. Because that means something may be going on with me that I need to go get checked out. If I'm getting a little snappy, I may be stressed. If I'm getting, you get what I'm saying? Because much of the things that you guys listed, that's my core. Oh God, that's okay. Ooh, that's my core. And so my core because you can't lie about your core, right? Like, let's talk about the core, the core body. I can say all day long, I'm buff. I got me a 6-pack. Baby, like I don't work, I'm good. I can say it. But if you look at it, you can see it's not that. And so, again, your core is always going to speak. Always. And when it doesn't align with the words that you're saying, people will notice. People are going to see it. They may not call you out on it. They may not say anything to you about it, but they're going to see it. That's another reason why I don't want yes people around me. And what does that mean? Well, I'm good with people that agree with me in being around like-minded people. But I don't want to be around people who won't, one, call me out on my mess, or two, be like, you sure that doesn't sound like you. Like, let's talk about it more. Not saying let's not do it, but let's talk about it more because that really don't sound like you. That there's something a little off. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have those type of people in your life, I encourage you to get some, because it's necessary for your growth. It's necessary for you to be your best self. Now, if you're not trying to be your best self, that's between you and you. But if you want to be your best self, the person that you say you are, and you shouldn't have to say it. Like, I shouldn't. So I'm thinking about an introductory speech. So say I'm doing an introductory speech, a 5-minute, what do you call it, or elevator spiel. Hi, my name is Iseashia Thomas. I am a mother of 4. I am a caregiver of 3. I'm an advocate for the state of Tennessee. My belief is we need to get this particular bill passed. Da, 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 da. I also see this type of stuff going on in my neighborhood. Have some concerns about that. Who can I reach out to talk to about that? Blah, blah, blah. In that spiel, you found out that my name is Iseashia. I'm a mother of 4. I'm a caregiver of 3. I'm an advocate for others. I care about my community. I want to make some changes. I'm concerned about a bill. You see how those things all came out in just that speech? Now, let me give you another speech. Hi, my name is Iseashia Thomas. I own a house. I own 5 cars. My children don't want for nothing. They got all the finest toys, all the latest Xboxes that came out. And I do got some concerns about our neighborhood because other little kids in there they can't have the stuff that my kids have, and I don't need them coming into my house stealing my kids' stuff because they can't have what my kids got. So I need to know who can I talk to about this so I can make sure that we're protected. What did you find out? My name is Aisha. I own a house. I own a nice car. I have kids. I buy them kids expensive things. I'm worried about the kids in the neighborhood stealing them things, which means I feel like the kids in the neighborhood are not good enough to be around my kids. Do you see how that was just a small piece of information, and I'm already trying to figure out who do I need to contact so that I can get this dealt with because I'm above this. And you can go back and watch this video and maybe even pick out some additional things. But do you see how in just that small amount of time, each time I gave you a little bit about me? I gave you a little bit about me. Now, the first one, that's the true me. That is the true me. The second one, you see, it took me a little longer. I couldn't just roll it off my tongue like that because that's not me. I don't think like that. But do you see how both told you off top what type of person I am? Let me go. I got some. Joy says, for who believe creation stories, Satan did that to Eve. He got her against God and he was the evil one. Absolutely. But here's the thing, and I'm glad that you pointed that out, Joy. Couple things with this. One, Eve didn't realize the power that she already had. That's one. Two, Adam didn't realize the power he had. And I say this because things didn't change when Eve bit the apple. Change fingers. When Eve bit the apple. Things changed when Adam bit the apple. If Eve knew who she was, and if Eve was comfortable trusting the creator, if Eve was even comfortable with trusting her husband, then we wouldn't be in some of the predicaments we're in now. They wouldn't have got kicked out of the garden. But that's a sermon within itself. The second speech benefits no one. Absolutely. Absolutely. The second speech is all about me. And how can I protect me? And how can I protect what's mine? And how can I, that was in seconds. But you can see from that person is selfish. That person only thinks about them. That person only thinks about material things. That there are so many things that you can grasp just from that. My response would be, wow. I just shared you and to one of my friends. I hope she pops in so she can listen. Oh, thank you. Hey, love, how you doing? Y'all just ain't gonna let me walk away from that, are you? Joy says, yes, true. They had the power to decide for themselves whom to trust. Yeah, it even came across as conceited. Absolutely. And so, that's the whole lesson. When I'm saying actions speak louder than words, is so much more than, we often focus on the I love you and someone saying I love you, and we action speaks louder than words. You ain't showing me, you ain't, but that applies to so many areas of our lives, but most importantly to who we are. We can't say we're one thing and present and do another. Well, what do you mean? Because that could be kind of hypocritical. That could be this, that could be that. Okay, and we're not gonna do the whole organized religion thing at all. I'm doing fine. Blessed. How you been? I'm good. And yes, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. I am good. Um, yeah, I just lost my train of thought. There go that squirrel. See, even um, nail. She hit the nail on the head about the squirrel. It does me no good to try to lay out who I am if my actions doesn't align with it. And so this is why I scream the importance of knowing yourself. Listen, when you sit with yourself and you truly want to be a better person, God is such an amazing God. And I've always said, this is for me. When I say those, I'm not gonna make you believe, and you believe in who you choose to believe. I'm gonna believe in who I choose to believe. Hey, Miss Belinda, my Kimmy. Oh my goodness. Hey, Kimmy. Happy holidays. Girl, I'm so happy to see you. Hey, Miss Belinda. Y'all, that just made my eyes get a little watery. I'm so happy to see you. Um, I just lost my train of thought again. I'm happy to see my Kimmy. Um, but who you are, your actions, um, they precede you. So I should never have to go on my wall and say, um, let's say I create a post on Facebook. I'm loving, I'm caring. Thank you, babe. And I'm okay too. I really am. I really am. Um, I really am. Thank you so much for coming in. I could go to Facebook or Instagram and post, uh, I'm loving, I don't hurt people, trustworthy, you can trust me, you can, if you're going through something, feel free to talk to me. And that's something that I often even put out. So that's a good example for me to use. But if I come on here and all y'all see me do is gossip, or all you hear me do in other chats is gossip, um, then what would make you feel comfortable enough to come to me and talk to me if you're in a situation or at a place where you just need some help? Um, I've put nothing out there for you to even feel that way. If I come on here every day with, I got my life in order. I got my husband over there. I'm so sexy. We don't argue. We've been married 10 years. No argument whatsoever. Nope, nope, nope. Um, my kids are the best. They're all A's. Because I'm the best mom ever. Who gonna want to talk to me? Because I'm setting a standard that is not even. I mean, it could be possible. I don't know, because I don't think I'm the best mom ever. I might be average. I don't know. So I'm not the best judge of that. I should ask the kids. Um, but who's gonna want to talk to me? Who's gonna want to communicate with me about anything of importance to them that defeats the purpose of why I'm here? Um, because I can't help anybody. I can't spread any joy. I can't, if I'm not living up to that. Um, who's lying, Vermont? Because I just saw you coming in. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. We are so good at doing the opposite of what we say, especially in love relationships. Yes, people say that they love, yet they cheat and ill treat other people. And here's the thing about that word love. Love doesn't look the same to everybody. Some people don't know what love is. Um, I want to know what love is. There, Bruce Springsteen. And I want you to show me. Yeah. I want to know what love is. Is that Bruce? And I want you to show me. Never know who people are. The Foreigner. I've never. I want to feel what love is. But love doesn't look the same to everybody. So for me, that goes back to my grounding and my foundation. God is love. And so if God is love, that leads me to look at the characteristics of God, know the fruits of the Spirit, and try to live them accordingly. Does that mean I'm going to be perfect? Absolutely not. It does not. It does not. But there should be some fruits. There should be something that exemplifies that I love God. I know God. And it's not the fact that I don't drink or that I don't smoke or that I don't cuss. And not saying that I don't do those things. I'm saying there should be a Lord, y'all gonna have me singing all this old songs. Because now that just made me think about Jesus is the light that shineth in me, shineth in me. Jesus is the light that shineth in me, shineth in me. Listen, I'm the person that would pray for people in the club while we're at the club because Jesus is the light that shines in me. I'm the person that a random person will walk up and talk to, and we'll have a deep discussion about life, and we both walk away feeling better, and we were complete strangers. Example, a couple years ago, I was in Office Depot, and this lady, I don't know how or what made her talk to me talk to her, but by the end of that conversation, we were literally hugged in front of a cash register, praying for each other, tears streaming down our eyes. We didn't know each other, but our spirits did. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that's where I'm trying to go with it. Like the core, you can't change your core. Your core can only be changed by the Creator, by sitting before Him, learning who you are, accepting who you are. And this is where I was going before Kimmy came in. Thank you, God. And guess what? He will show you some ugly stuff. He'll show you some ugly stuff. It's, can you handle it? Are you able to rid yourself of it? Well, allow him to rid yourself of it. An example, and when I say we'll show you some ugly stuff, an example for me is rejection. Y'all, I didn't know how bad of an issue I had with rejection until I really sat with God and saw my responses over the years to certain things. And I'm talking some blow up massive responses. So I had to deal with it. I had to deal with the root of it, where it came from, what, why couldn't I accept? And sometimes it wasn't even rejection. Sometimes it was just like, let's talk about an interview. You were amazing. We just got another candidate that was just as amazing, and she had the degree, or something to the tune of that. And it would turn on something inside of me that would let me have an attitude for days. And so I had to learn how to deal with it. Stubborn, y'all. My husband can tell you I've come a long way. A long way. I've always been forgiving. Excuse me. I've always been forgiving. But dadgummit, Crystal, you came right in here. Lord help me. Yeah, I'm gonna get my page is gonna be ran like a business. 2021. I'm speaking those things that be not as though they are. That was supposed to be on. But taking a pause for the call simply to say, please hit the thumbs up button if you have not. If you are on YouTube and on Facebook, please hit the like or heart, whatever. YouTube loves to see interaction, engagement rather, and I love to know that you guys appreciate the information given. If you would like to support this platform, you may do so via Cash App, $ Iseashia, which is my name, Aisha, or you can check the About section for additional options on my YouTube page, as well as I do have a PayPal and Zelle, and it is my email, aisha@gmail.com. Okay, I've done my commercial. Let me go back up. Comments. Okay. Aisha is too strong not to argue her point. Vermont, that's the old Aisha. That's the younger Aisha. I can argue my point, but sometimes it's not my battle. And so if it's not my battle, I'm learning in order to maintain my peace, don't go pick it up. And that doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less than. It's just every battle isn't mine. And yeah, I used to be too strong not to argue my point. But now I'm so strong that I know when to and when not to argue my point. See, a couple people speaking. God is love. Yes, indeed. Listening while finishing up dishes from cooking. Yes, ma'am. Hey, RGG. So y'all about to get a snowstorm. Oh, yes, he will. Yes, yes, yes. I happily thumbs up the live. Thank you so much, my Kimmy. I appreciate it. And so yeah, like that was the whole basis of today's live. Like action speaks louder than words, and it's you don't have to express to people who you are. People will know who you are. And just like in the book of Ruth, her reputation preceded her. Her character preceded her. Who she is preceded her. So I don't have to tell people who I am as at my core. I don't have to release my core. My core will show itself. My core will show itself. But it requires sitting with yourself so you can see, because we all have some ugly pieces that we got to deal with, or some, I won't say ugly, dark pieces that we have to deal with. It's inevitable. We live in a world filled with things that can cause us to have dark places. I don't want to give over too much credit. But the key is we have to be willing to do the work, and we have to be willing to sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, let God be God. and know when to pick and choose your battles, because every battle is not yours. Um, yeah, and every battle doesn't require, how can I say it? A response. Like every action, and we often say that, every action has a reaction. Possibly, but you don't have to be the one that does the reaction. Um, every action has a consequence, but it doesn't have to have a reaction. It doesn't. She said, "Ooh, child, the Book of Ruth." Yeah. Every time I read that book, I learn something more, something deeper, something that I can apply to everyday life. And that's the other thing. I will say this: be it the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, um, whatever you read, if you're not reading it for daily application and reading it to learn how to apply it in your everyday life, then that defeats the purpose of reading it. um, because our goal should always be to be better, um, as human beings. Because the thing is, you don't want to just live to die. You don't. You want to live while you're living. And then you want to live when you cross over, when you die from this place. Um, you be well and be safe. Thank you so much. Um, Nell Court says, I love the book Red Tent. Let me see. The book Red Tent. Why do you love it, Nell? What is something about the book that you love about it? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna check that out. Thank you for sharing that, Nell. Thank you for sharing that. I will definitely check that out. It's actually about the daughter of Jacob and Leah. Thank you for sharing. It explains how we get disconnected because of change. Yeah. Yeah. And the thing, like, change is inevitable. It's gonna happen. The key is making sure that when change does happen, that we're paying, that we're extremely focused, because we can easily be trying to hold on to some things that God is trying to release us from. And so we want to be sure that our hands aren't so tight that we're just trying to keep what we got, and then God can't put in anything extra in it. So yeah, change happens, and it's necessary in order for evolution. And everybody may not be with us or go with us when change occurs. But the hope is that most people do stay connected, with us, because I believe though change is good, even in an upward, onward, and forward direction, I don't believe that God allows us to go those places only to leave behind those who He um, used, or use is not a good word, but put in place to help whomever get to where they're supposed to go. Um, and so that's my thought process. I think it's very important to always honor where you came from, um, to always honor the struggles that those who went before you made. And the way you honor that is simply by living the best life that you can live, and um, by honoring and remembering some things that were of importance to them. Um, an example I can use: my mom. One of the biggest things for her, in biggest ways I can honor her, is to make sure that Ivy is always connected to family, not just me and those in my house, but all of our extended family as well, because that's what she did. That's what she loved. And so change happens, but it's okay to still honor those that helped us get to where we are. And Lady J says, I think because of choices. Um, the beauty of choices um, is something that I often say when I talk about um, being pro life, but supporting pro choice. Um, I am pro life. I can't say it enough. I believe that every seed that God allows to be fertilized has purpose and is destined for greatness. Um, However, I also know that I serve a God of free will. He doesn't make me serve him. I get to choose to serve him. I get to choose to love him. I get to choose to follow him. And so if that's the case, why would I agree to a law being implemented to force a woman to do something with her body? I'm not greater than God. If God didn't or doesn't force us, how dare I? So, my job, according to um, what Jesus said, is to love God with all my heart, mind, and soul, and to love my neighbor as myself. So I'm that pro life person that will hold the hand and still pray with a pro choice person as they make the decision that they feel is best for their life. I don't have a place to um, judge in that, because, again, God gives us free will. Okay, yeah, the choices can cause disconnect, most definitely. And in that case, it's okay, because India.Arie, quoting another one of my faves. I love India.Arie. Um, she says chaos isn't healthy, and it's not. Like, who wants to live a life full of chaos? And there's a difference between chaos and stress. Um, I live a high stress life. I didn't choose it. It's the life, the path that was chosen for me. I make it do what it do. Um, well, God makes it do what it do. I take no, to God be the glory for the things He's done. But chaos is different. Chaos is when you can't understand. Hey, my sister. Yeah, this is my sister. Oh, well, no, it ain't. One Stop Texas is not my sister, but Sharon is. Hey, love. Um, I just lost my train of thought. What was I about to say? I got to go back and listen to that one, y'all. I'm sorry, because I don't want to miss that. One quick second. Check that out. Okay. I had to make sure. So I was at chaos. Forgive me. And I was saying chaos is different. High stress, I still can think. I still can process. I still can write things down. I still can put things in a particular order. I still can align doctor's appointment, therapy appointment, scheduling, who's supposed to be where. Um, is it stressful? Yeah, because it's like a job. It's like I work for a lot of people, and sometimes they're pulling me at the same time, but it's not chaotic. Chaos would be having to do all this with no order, no time to think, no time to process, having to make decisions with clouded judgment, um, or a clouded mind. So I'm not thinking clearly. Um, Finding myself wasting hours throughout the day, caught up in things that didn't um, even add value to my life or the situation of my life. That's chaos. It's not the same as stress. Do you get what I'm saying? And so, unfortunately for us, some people wake up ready for chaos, ready to stir up chaos, wake up with like a tornado, ready to just turn some ish over, ready to destroy some lives, ready to destroy people. And those people you need to stay clear of. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Stay clear of those type of people. Why? Because they are self-destructive. What does that mean? That simply means they're going to continue going on, shredding trees, shred like a tornado, until it either burns out or fizzles out, or until um, they've completely consumed everything around them and they've self-destructed. So you have to be mindful. But then what does that look like? All right. An example. Y'all gave me one word about me. Um, and I thank y'all for that. Because it kind of was confirmation for me in aligning with who I am. But what if I was opposite of that? What if every day I got up, instead of coming on here every day to encourage you, I came on here every day with a problem. And I ain't gonna lie to you, stuff happens every day. So I'm just gonna give you a slight rundown of how I could come on here. What if I come here, for hey y'all, how y'all doing? Okay, I'm glad y'all came to my live. Yep, my husband just got on my nerves. These doggone kids, things took the trash can out yet. It's just I just ain't got time for that. And I need them to sit down. Stop, get the dog, put the dog up, leave it, quit. I just can't. And then I was over at so and so chat, and they were doing this, and I don't know why they doing it over there, because they shouldn't be doing it. I mean, that's da 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 da. That's chaos. Why am I talking about somebody else's channel? Why am I bringing all of the negative things that, and I won't even say negative because it's life, things that happen, versus just coming on live to discuss whatever it is that I'm bringing here to discuss, but not a personal issue per se, if that makes sense, or a personal fight or a personal vendetta, but actually coming with a topic, information, and praying and hoping that we all walk away with something. Lady J says some stresses are necessary. You think chaos happens when things or people are totally out of control? Absolutely. Um, and some stresses come with life. Like life is gonna have some stressors. I don't care how good you are, how great you are. Job was like super amazing, right? Look how much stress he had to go under. Um, Lady J said, honestly, I've considered giving YouTube a break. Um, my Kimmy says, I'm still listening. Thank you, Kimmy. Um, And Lady J, that is, I can understand that. I know I've had to take breaks from, well, not had to, but I've, like, when I do a fast, I'll stay away from social media, because it can easily distract me, especially with food. My God, the things that people post, and you see the post, and because you can't eat, you're hungry. Um, Everything makes you hungry. Also, if it's not providing you, um, if it's not providing you or adding value to you, then it is something to think about. Now, you still need to have something that you enjoy. So if it's something that you enjoy, that's fine too, as long as it's not taking away from you. So if YouTube is something that you choose to do as your um, pastime, as is being subbed in supporting different content creators, like, we wouldn't be content creators if we didn't have supporters. Like, supporters are necessary in order for the channel to run. However, if what I say, if the way I run my platform doesn't bring forth any knowledge or anything of value that adds to you, um, then it might be something to consider. And I'm just not just saying it about my platform, but all other platforms, because what it should not do is take anything from you. It should not take anything from you. I can appreciate most, if not all, of your content, though. Thank you, Lady J. Then just come watch me. No, just kidding. No, I'm serious. Come watch me. Help me, because the truth is, when I come on with the topic, even like today, I learn while sharing, if that makes sense. Like, I walk away with something different too. For instance, like, I'm really going to research core when I get done, because what you guys listed is my core. But the question is, how does everybody get to that place to understand what their core is? I wasn't surprised by any of the statements, even patient. Like, I wasn't surprised. Now, had she have said patient um about 15 years ago, I'd have been like, girl, who you talking about? But now, yeah. And so those things align with my core. And so now I want to research the importance of our core and knowing our core. And I think that's going to take us all into a more in-depth study of knowing ourselves and learning ourselves and our expectations and who we are. Because here's the thing, y'all. You can be so beautiful on the outside, but if your inside is ugly, it doesn't matter. You can be what people would call ugly on the outside, and if your inside is beautiful, then that's what's going to show. This beauty, and I'm not even saying beauty as in me being beautiful, but I'm saying this outward appearance that we have, it fades away. I mean, they got Botox and all this stuff, but when you get to looking at folks' neck and their lips, and it's a couple of celebrities that we know, if we were to just be real about it, they didn't got a little too much work done, right? Because we're supposed to age. The Bible even tells us that beauty fades. It fades. So it don't matter how hot somebody think they are, or how many guys say, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you so this, oh, you so that. I'm gonna always respectfully say thank you, but that's it. Like, it does nothing for me, because I know that I can get in my car, turn off my street, and all of this can be messed up. life is fleeting like that. And so it's imperative that we know our priorities. It's imperative that we know our core. It's imperative that we know these things so that our actions will speak for us. They're going to do it anyway, but hopefully they're saying what we truly want them to say, and they align with what we're saying. Because I don't know if it was a song, a poem, or maybe my grandmother just used to say, "Beauty is only skin deep." It's like, for real, it's only skin deep. So I think I've said everything. Hold on. I can identify with what you're saying. Oh, thank you. I understand beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Great. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is. And to be honest, I've never been one to look at people based on looks. Never. You don't see a pattern in the guys that I've dated from my youth, or there isn't a pattern. I love people. I love people. And so the outside stuff, and again, it may just be how I was raised. I know that it fades, it can go away in an instant. So that's not what I put a lot of emphasis on. And don't get me wrong, if I'm going out with my husband, I'm gonna get cute. Okay. Cause I don't want him. Well, I ain't worried about him looking at nobody else, but I want to make sure that I'm leaving out the house with my maximum potential, so that all his eyes, not nobody else's eyes, are on me. But other than that, give me a sweatshirt, a cozy one. It can be one of his, and some leggings and some thin shoes, and I'm good. But that's just me, and I'm okay with being me. And that's the thing. The last piece is we got to be okay with being ourselves, so that our actions don't give off mixed signals and they don't align with our words. So I am done. I'm gonna drop the link one more time. The link is already in the Facebook chat if anybody wants to hit it. It goes away in the YouTube chat. And I do think some stresses are necessary. And I say that because that's what keeps our heart pumping. That's what keeps us going. That's why even on the stress test, they try to push you to see how far you can go. So exercising can be stressful. It can feel good afterwards, but it can be stressful. So yes, some stresses are necessary, and stress does not necessarily mean negative either. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Well, I don't have anything else. So this was Soulful Sunday. If I do upload something else, you guys will be the first to know, of course. But I probably won't. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Motivational Monday. Y'all keep your head up. Make sure that your words are aligning with your actions in the way that you treat people. Sit with yourself, figure out what is your core. Ask God to reveal, even the dark spots to you, and He will. And you will figure out ways to work on them. Know that you don't have to be perfect. We are not perfect. We don't have to be perfect. God's got us. Like, just do your part. No thanks needed, Lady J. It's my pleasure. My Kimmy, it was so awesome to see you. Nell Court, I love you. And Llama, Bruce, all of you guys. Sharon, thank you for even coming in. Dr. Hunter, thank you. Miss Belinda, thank you for coming in. Joy. Alicia, thank you. Nana's Crafty Corner, Donna, thank you. My niece Samara, thank you. Bench Thinker, thank you. Dr. Hunter, thank you. Um, trying to go back. Crystal, thank you. Um, Modest Nation, Silky Black, thank you. Chris Thorns, thank you, and thank you for the super chat as well. The portal. I'm sorry, I did say Joy because I sang Joy. I think I got everybody, but if I missed somebody, thank you all so much for taking this time with me on a Sunday afternoon. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love you all. I am sending lots of love, joy, peace, and blessings your way. Remember, you are responsible for your happiness. Nobody can do that for you but you. I love you guys. Keep your head up. Keep in mind that the devil is busy. That's just real talk. Whether you believe in him or not, he busy. Don't fall for his traps. Keep your head up. Know who you are. And if you're not solidified in that, sit with yourself, take some time and get to know who you are. But don't focus on anyone else more than you focus on yourself, because you can't love your neighbor as yourself if you don't love yourself. You have a lovely Sunday as well, my Kimmy. So again, I love you guys. Bye.